Hello everyone, it's Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. I'm kid free. I'm so happy. I'm not quite kid free. Baby's still at home, but the eldest three are at school, so I don't have to worry about them anymore being at home. Yes, I'm so happy and a little bit sad because it's my daughter's first day at school today. But I'm so happy because they're not here to distract me anymore. Summer holidays are over. All that stress I can write during the day now, happily. And I think I just spoke a little bit too loud and I woke up the baby. Whoopsie daisy. Anyway, it is the 5th of September, which puts us on Thursday, and I have a job to do. I have a couple of things that I need to finish off this week before, obviously, next week. So hi, let's do them. So one of the first things I need to do is I need to quality edit Nephilim, because where I did the 30k in 3 days, the quality went out the window, which was the whole point of me doing the rewrites. So now I have to go through, check my beta notes, change everything I need to change to make it sound not like I've, rushed it, and then hopefully before Monday, which is when my beta starts, that's what I need to do in regards to Nephilim. So definitely do the quality edit, hopefully do a read through as well, make sure that everything's right, everything's in the correct order, the information they get is information they need, and they don't get the same piece of information twice and react to it both times as new information, because I did change a lot of places where information starts, where information happens, and the type of information they get. So I need to make sure that they don't know something that they're not supposed to, because I've moved stuff around. The second thing I want to do is start outlining my project for NaNoWriMo. I need to start outlining that properly. I've sorted out the scenes. I just need to give the scenes actual content rather than these people go travelling, which is what it currently is. So those are my two tasks for the rest of the week. Let's get started. So here we are at my desk with my tea. It's such a mess today. It is an absolute mess. I mean, look at that. Look at that. And I tidied this 2 days ago. But then stuff got dumped on my desk, so that stuff got dumped not on my desk. And here is Scrivener with my draft 6 of my manuscript. So it's not a lot. Anything down in this corner here that has the stars on it, so like chapter 24, they are chapters that I desperately need to not finish, not quality edit, but it's half a scene. The scene doesn't quite make sense. I sort of cut the scene quicker than I wanted to, or I need to extend a scene a little bit more than I actually did when I was doing the sprint. So this scene right here, I want it to be a little bit longer and it needs a little bit more emotion in it, so hence the stars, hence it needs a bit more than just a quality edit. But then even you can see as I go along, I can't spell completely closed. I've got 2 capital letters there. I can't spell the. I can never spell the. The is the one word I can never spell. Breathe before. This is what happens when I sprint. That happens. And then if we go to everywhere else, it's literally, spellings, which I need to sort out. I need to go through chapters 24 down to 31, and then we can get started on everything else we need to do. So I'm doing my quality. This word here, srork, is supposed to be drawn, and I don't quite understand how that even happened. I just don't. I'm terrible. I'm absolutely terrible. Look, but they're going to a Dundile. I can't write. I can't write. Hello, it is 10 to 12. I'm currently on my way to pick up youngest from school. It's her first day, so she had a half day today. Full day tomorrow, so looking forward to tomorrow. Woohoo! So I'm on up to chapter 30 with the quality, and by quality I mean I'm literally just going through and getting rid of all the misspellings, and that's my first go through, because I figure doing that will be easier. Sort all the spellings out, any wrong words I spot as I go through, and then go back up to, I suppose it's about chapter 20 to 24. I'll then start from there, doing all the beta edits as well, and then we'll get to go with reading it through and making sure it makes sense. I've noticed that when I sprint, I spell words wrong in like 5 different ways. There's me just, having one wrong letter in the word, like at the beginning. There's me using all the right letters but in the wrong order. Then there is me, the first letter of the second word is attached to the end of the first word instead of the second word. And then there's me adding letters in where they're not supposed to be. So I'll add an S or an O or a U in the middle of the word where it doesn't need to be there. Or I'll completely use the wrong letters to write the word. So half of this is me trying to figure out just what word I'm supposed to be writing in the first place. I'm looking at it going, wait, no, what word? Because I've used the wrong letters. Because I'm absolutely terrible, but that's how I sprint. I sprint and I don't care about quality. So then I have to care about quality afterwards. So screw you past me. Now I have more work to do. No, I'm eating and revising at the same time because it's past lunchtime and I'm hungry. I've just reached the climax, so rereading over what I've written. Woo, I'm actually still really happy with what I've written and what I've changed. Like usually when I write something, I'm not like super happy with it, but what I've written, maybe the quality of it obviously is not the best, but the actual content of it and what I've written and sort of the tension and all of that, it's actually not that bad. I'm happy with that. It's not going to need too much, luckily. I need so much everywhere else. I don't know. Hi there, hello, it's the 6th of September and I'm failing Scrivener right now. This keeps happening. I have to open Scrivener 3 times every time I want to open it because the license manager keeps failing to authorise my license. Where did I leave off yesterday? I'm not going to pretend I actually did any more work. When the kids got home from school, I kind of like stopped doing work and I did not do any more work after they went to bed. I sort of dossed on the sofa eating a Krispy Kreme and drinking some tea. So it's... I only have a deadline. I managed to finish off all of the quality edits. I went through to do all of the beta edits for those last little scenes that I needed finishing off, which, to be fair, most of what I wrote was new. So most of the beta read comments didn't actually apply as much as I thought they would, so that didn't take me as long as I thought it did. I'm currently going through and making sure Nephilim, the manuscript, is as grammar correct as possible for my beta. I know it doesn't have to be, obviously, because the beta read is not for grammar, it's for the story. But so many people comment on the grammar regardless, no matter how many times I tell them not to. So, try and make it a little bit better for them, I suppose, if they're going to do it anyway. I'm currently on chapter 5. I've noticed a couple of bits already as I've been reading through that it goes a bit too quickly for my liking, but I'm not going to change how I've written anything unless it sounds way too first drafty. Get sent off in 3 days' time, which I'm very excited about. So for today, I'm going to try and get through as many of these chapters as I can. I'm currently on chapter 5, and I want to get to at least chapter 15 today. And yeah, I really need to make sure that all of the information is correct in this, because I'm very sure I've repeated a couple of bits of information, or at least I'm scared that I've repeated a couple of bits of information, which I don't want to happen. And yeah, so let's take the headphones off the baby and we'll get started. It is evening. Kids are in bed. They're not asleep, but they're in bed, so that's good enough. I have not been filming much at all today. I'm getting ill. I know when I start getting ill because my throat starts to hurt when I swallow. So when that happens, I know that over the next couple of days, I'm just going to feel like crap. So my throat hurts, I've got a blocked nose, and I just feel so run down and I'm exhausted. I would go to sleep on the floor if I could. I could. I'm not going to because I've got stuff to do. It's not a massive time crunch though, and to be honest, what quality does my manuscript really need to be in for beta? Really, it's just me being a little bit of a perfectionist before I send it off. It doesn't need to be perfect because everyone knows it's not supposed to be perfect. But despite that, I have actually finished off all of the edits I need to do for Nephilim. Checked everything through. I managed to get to the end because I literally just skimmed through everything. Mostly the chapters that I knew they were getting information for. Like, I'm not bothered to change it, so I don't care. That's where I am right now. Unbothered to do everything. Which is not good. So I'm actually about to start doing some outlining. Yay, outlining, which is going to be fun. So this is for my project for NaNoWriMo. So I am getting a very, very big head start with making sure this is all done, because this is, I suppose, one of the biggest novels I've ever planned and written. So I want to make sure it's actually outlined properly, you know, to avoid all of the issues that Nephilim currently has, which is that the plot is not right. So I'm actually using this app which I miraculously found called CardFlow. It is absolutely perfect for outlining, as you can see here. Oh no, I don't want to move that. Don't put it back, put it back. So you have all of these different cards which you can move around into different positions, just like you would post-it notes on a board, which I find absolutely fantastic. Colour them all in different colours, obviously, as you can see by the fact that they are different colours. And let me pick one. Where's that one? Someone. You can also flip it, so you can actually write on both sides. So I suppose, like the revision cards, you'd write the question on one side and the answer on the other. You can actually write on both sides of the card, which is super duper helpful if I have extra stuff I need to write. Now, as you can see, my outline is simply really very Vove plan. Group, that's a bit more of a companion. So you see, yeah, it's very simple. So I sort of have an idea of the scenes I want. There is no depth and there is no detail. So what I need to do is go through all of these and try and figure out how to make them fit within the actual plot itself. I think I have my beat sheet somewhere from Save the Cat. Let me focus on this instead of going off onto the corner. I'm going to see my phone go slowly over this side as I keep looking away from the screen. So that's my job today, is to sort of put all of these in a better order so it fits the beat sheet that I've made for Save the Cat, or the beat sheet I've made with Save the Cat, I should say. Try and make some sense and extend some of these scenes is my plan. So let's go, let's go. So for the past hour, all I've basically done is mark down which scene is the midpoint, and I've moved that to where it needs to be, because it was too early in the book where I randomly just added that scene in to the story. And my climax is in the right place, everything in Act 3 is in the right place. So Act 2 is definitely going to need some shuffling around to make sure that everything preceding the midpoint makes sense, and then everything that comes after the midpoint, you know, comes after the midpoint and not before the midpoint. I can't plot to save my life. The beginning I get, the ending I get, I have a midpoint, but then everything in between and making it make sense and fit and follow a story, that is the bit that I always struggle with. So hence why I'm doing this so early. So literally just going to be doing this for the rest of the night now, as much as I can. Probably watch some Tangled, the series, as I do so. Seriously, if anyone has any hints and tips about plotting the middle, please write them down in the comments below and give me a hand, because It's so complicated. It's complicated because there's 3 different storylines going on. More difficult than I thought it would be. So I'm gonna puzzle through this and have my tea and my Nutella Be Ready bar and then try and figure it out. Thank you so much for being with me for the past 2 days, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Good thoughts and happy writing.